Hello, everyone. 411 Business. And today we talk holistic health with Dr. Drucker. Dr. Drucker, tell us about your practice and give us the 411.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, I started out doing cancer research. I was 19. I was a medical technologist working in a teaching hospital. That was 55 years ago. And after working in hospitals for 5 years, I came to realize, of course, it didn't take me 5 years to realize, but I realized that medicine was pretty good for emergencies. You have a heart attack, a broken bone, you're bleeding, maybe you need surgery, you're in terrible pain. Emergency medicine could possibly save your life. But what about chronic illness, diabetes, arthritis, autoimmune diseases, whatever? Dismal failure. In fact, they made you worse. I actually learned more about disease than you can imagine. I could write books on disease. I even teach courses on diagnosis to other doctors. But what did I learn about health? Nothing. Health is a verboten subject in a hospital. God forbid you might talk about better diet or, turn off the fluorescent lights and have better lighting or fresh air or something. If these things, they don't exist in a hospital. Forget it. So anyway, so I got out, but I decided to stay up with the scientific research. See, I realized that the honest scientists, they really wanted to find the answers. They wanted to prevent and cure disease. The medical profession doesn't because they lose all their customers. You see,
Yeah.
that's why they treat. They diagnose and they treat, but they don't really cure anything. Well, they don't know how to cure anything. Well, first of all, it's your own body cures you anyway. If you treat the body properly, you stay away from the toxins, you detoxify, you get all the nutrients they need. Most of the time, the body heals itself. It's called the immune system. See, the immune system protects us from every bacteria, every virus, fungi, parasites, cancer, you name it, a slow wound healing. It's all the immune system. If your immune system's working, you don't have to worry too much about disease. Okay, you still have to take good care of yourself. Still have, have a decent diet, get some exercise, get a good night's sleep, basic fundamental things, hygiene. But it's not complex. If you just get your immune system working properly. Now, in that regard, I have to tell you that about 40 some odd years ago, I discovered these immune modulators. They literally heal your immune system. So this was the key.
So Dr. Drucker, when you say get your immune system in line, what does that look like? For most people, they don't know. What does that look like?
Well, you have to. Well, you want to avoid toxins and you want to do some detoxification. You want to get a healthy diet, healthy lifestyle, but you need to add the immune modulators because we don't have them anymore. They've been taken out of our food supply over the last 100 years or so. And these immune modulators literally rebuild a healthy gut, healthy digestive tract, and a healthy immune system. So basically what happened was over the years, I was able to help a lot of people, but I couldn't really cure them of many of these diseases like Hashimoto's or lupus or psoriasis, or there's 100 of these autoimmune, rheumatoid arthritis. Now we can because of the immune modulators. We still want to get a person on a healthy lifestyle. We still want to do some other work. But the key is to take the immune modulators. And even if you're not sick, just take a maintenance dose and maintain a healthy immune system.
So when you say if someone comes in and they're already sick, correct? And
sure.
You find out that it's their immune system, because most people have a problem with their immune system. What is step one?
Step one is usually to do a thorough history, do a consultation, do an exam, and then you get them on a healthy program. I like to customize their diet and whatnot. They might need some chiropractic work. They might need some structural work. They might need whatever they need. But the key is they must take these immune modulators. It's called Digesticure Autoimmune X. There's a stronger version called Ace Mannin. I can give you their phone number. It's 888-671-2873. 888-671-2873.
And what's the name of that place?
The company is called Pristine Nutraceuticals, but the product is called the Digesticure or Ace Mannin, depending on the situation. They both work great. One is a little bit better for one type of problem, another is better for another type of problem. But in any case, now you're literally feeding your immune system what it needs. It literally regenerates a healthy immune system. Now, I can give you a little more technical information on it. See, every cell in your body has a cell membrane, and out of that cell membrane are protruding certain chemicals, certain biochemicals. And these biochemicals are made up of the immune modulators, literally the same compounds. So to have a healthy immune system, you have to have these cellular identifiers that protrude from the cell wall, from the cell membrane, excuse me. And that's what communicates with your immune system. So how does a white cell, an immune cell, know not to attack you? Because it's self, right? You don't want to attack yourself because of these terminal molecules you see here. See, if they're right, then the immune system knows, hey, it's me, leave me alone. But if they're not right, and they can't be right,
Right. Hello.
isn't that amazing? Then it's going to attack you like you were a foreign invader. And by the way, your immune system is also not going to be too good at attacking the bad guys. Isn't that interesting?
That is, and very interesting. Very interesting.
Very few people
So,
talk about it. Now, let me just say this. There is something called the glycocalyx. That's actually, this thing is the glycocalyx. The glycocalyx it's on the endothelium of all your blood cells, the inside of the blood cells. It's also protrudes from the surface of all your other cells. So if that's not right, you got autoimmune disease, you have lowered immunity. If it is right, you're not going to get autoimmune diseases, or they'll disappear fairly quickly. And you'll be able to fight the bad guys like the bacteria and the viruses and the fungi and the parasites. And people start healing when they get the immune system working. See, the only thing that heals you is your immune system.
yeah, that's so true. So, okay, so step one, they come in, the client comes and sees you, you do a test and an analogy of where they are. And then step two is,
Well, almost everyone needs to do some detoxification.
okay.
Look, we have air pollution, water pollution. We've got 100,000 toxic chemicals that didn't even exist 100 years ago. Okay, and most of them are since World War II. So we've got all these toxins. We got to get rid of them. It's not that difficult. It's a standard, simple procedure. It's not expensive. And then we get them on a really healthy diet. And then we get them the immune modulators so that their immune system can work properly to protect them, either protect them against future diseases or to eradicate the diseases that they have. Now, nobody bats 100%, but I'm like 98% if the person follows my suggestion. Before the immune modulators, I would help people, but I couldn't cure Hashimoto's or rheumatoid arthritis or lupus.
So what is the price of the platform or the product that you're talking about?
Well, I have to tell you, I don't sell it. I have no direct relationship with the company. I'm educating the public and other doctors, and as much as I can about it, because it's so remarkable. It literally heals the immune system in the gut. I don't sell it. In fact, I can't sell it. You see, the FDA is so crazy. Let's say I was producing something called tart cherry juice. Let's use something different. And tart cherry juice, there's all research that says it's pretty good for this and that and the other thing. It helps this, helps that. And I take a research article and I paste it on the label of my tart cherry juice, and it goes on the shelves. Well, the FDA sees that. They say, "Oh no, you can't do that. You're making a medical claim. It's a drug." Which we know it's not a drug, but they play games. So I can't sell it, and I won't sell it. But I can advise other people to get it and how to use it and how to be more successful with it. Because I'm telling you, it changed my entire practice. Once I could get people on these immune modulators, I wasn't just helping them. They were literally walking away from chronic disease.
And you said the company is right. I'm interested myself. I'm sitting here thinking, wow.
Oh, yeah. You should, even if you're completely healthy, just take a maintenance dose, because these are essential nutrients for your immune system, and you're not getting them in your food. Excuse me. They're just not available anymore.
So, so you just take, is it a capsule? Is
Yeah.
it used?
There's either a capsule or a powder, depending on what's appropriate for you.
And you
But,
take and they come, so the patient, I'm trying to get an understanding so your clients will, and everyone who's seeing this will know what they need to do. So when they come in and they have the evaluation, then with you, then you'll be able to look at their results and be able to tell them which product and how to take it,
oh,
or
of
is it
course.
the same
Yes.
product?
And not only that, but I run a test called my 30 systems test. And the 30 systems test is rather remarkable. It literally tests for over 300 data points, every vitamin, every mineral, toxic metals like aluminum, cadmium, arsenic, you name it. All the nutritional minerals. What else? It can tell you if you have a fatty liver, whether you have osteoporosis, whether you're too acid or too base, whether your pH is right. I mean, it's over 300 data points. It's amazing. Every organ in your body. So by the time I'm done, I know more about you than your mother knows about you. And then we can
Sign me
customize
up.
the yeah, and then we can customize the program to the individual. See, the whole thing is, look, we're not all alike. We have different genetics, we have different lifestyles, different cultures, whatever. We've been exposed to different things. So I want to customize your program. The way I customize it most of the time is through this use of this 30 systems test. Sometimes, it's just a simple thing. Maybe it's a chronic headache and I don't have to do that. And I can, I have a great technique for headaches. They resolve quickly. But most people, if they have any serious chronic health problems, and I don't care if it's arthritis, diabetes, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, Hashimoto's, I really don't care. There's 100 of them. They
Mhm.
basically all need a very similar program. Now, some people need a little more of this or a little more of that. Some people, their diet has to be this way or that way. Some people may have allergies, whatever. And we're going to work around all that. But basically, if you really want to have a healthy immune, especially today, my God, with these viruses and these things aren't going to stop.
Well, the inflammation is everything. That's why I'm listening. I'm super excited about this because,
Well, yeah,
everything starts with the inflammation of the cell, and that's where it starts to get sick.
I
So,
agree. Well, think about it. Where does inflammation come from? It doesn't come from your liver. It comes from the immune system that's attacking the liver or that's trying to repair the liver. You see, inflammation is not all bad. Acute inflammation to get the repair process going or the healing process going is a good thing. You don't want chronic. Chronic is very destructive. Chronic causes every disease from arthritis to you name it. Because look, all the itises, right?
yeah.
So, every itis is inflammation. So, yes, you're absolutely right. Chronic inflammation, which comes from a dysfunctional immune system, is the basic root cause of virtually every disease.
And so once they start with what has the results been? So they take the test, then they start the product. Do
Yeah.
they take it once a day, twice a day?
Well, a lot of times you just need to take it once a day. It depends. But look, they just call me. Look, I offer a complimentary consultation on the phone. I don't even charge them for a phone call.
Wow.
And let me give you my number. It's 954-547 0487 954-547-0487. Just give me a call. If I don't answer, my phone will capture your number. I'll call you back. But anyway, this way, look, you can read my book, The Code of Life, which goes into great detail about this. The Code of Life. You can call me. I'll send you a copy. In any case, I love helping people with supposedly incurable diseases because most of them are not. Now, you can't cure them with a dangerous drug. You might help the symptom temporarily, but you can't cure. Drugs don't cure anything.
Yeah.
Drugs can modify symptoms, and they can save your life in a medical emergency. But like I say, I don't get involved in emergencies. I'm interested in chronic problems: arthritis, diabetes, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, obesity, slow metabolism, things like this, toxicities. That's what I'm interested in.
Renal failure.
Renal, let me tell you, I've gotten people off of the dialysis machines.
Oh, wow.
Oh, sure.
Really?
You have to realize this human body runs on principles. They're called the laws of physiology. They're not called the theory of physiology. They're called the law of physiology. Why is it the law? Because it's absolutely proven that certain principles apply to the human body. Okay? You have to have every vitamin, every mineral. That's what makes the enzymes work. The enzymes run your metabolism. They have to have a certain pH because enzymes are all pH sensitive, right? You have to have a functioning immune system. You have to get rid of toxins, whether it's through sweating or through nutrients or whatever, chelation, whatever it might be. These are all principles that are tried and true. But when was it? Look, you go to your medical doctor, you tell them, you give them some symptoms, they give it back to you as a diagnosis usually, and they say, okay, take this drug. That's not healthcare.
No.
It's ridiculous. Healthcare is, let's find the cause of your symptoms, let's eliminate the cause, and let's get you as healthy as we can. And guess what? Your own immune system is almost for sure going to heal you. See, all I'm really doing, I'm helping the best doctor in the world, your immune system, to do its job.
So do they have to, can you see patients all over with this, or is it someone that has to come in your office?
Well, I do both. I mean, obviously, I'd rather they came into the office if possible. I do have people even flying in out of state. But some people can't do that. They could just give me a call, 954-547-0487. I'm happy to help people. Look, once I decided to give this information away, basically, my whole life changed. I have parents calling me and telling me, God bless you. Thank God. God sent me to you. My child is healthy. No more drugs, no more sickness, no more ulcerative colitis, no more psoriasis, no more whatever. Because all I'm doing is helping nature to heal you. That's all I'm doing. I'm helping. That's it.
Literally. So client calls you, they come in, they get the test, they start healing their immune system by taking the medicine. How long does it usually take?
Well, that's an interesting question. Now, people do vary. Now, you have a young, relatively healthy person and they just have, say, one autoimmune disease. They're likely to get better faster than someone who's much older and has 3 or 4 autoimmune diseases. Maybe they have diabetes as a complicating factor. But typically, I would say most autoimmune diseases within 6 months are 80% better. And within...
Do they have to change their diet, or can they just take the medicine? I mean,
well,
not say medicine.
Well, it depends. I mean, I've had some people that have very healthy diets and they still have autoimmune disease. So I may not have to change their diet at all. I mean, they probably need some nutrients. Almost everybody needs nutrients.
Everybody does.
Yeah, who's taking all the vitamins and minerals and all that? Most people aren't. But once you add the immune modulators, now the person's immune system can heal. Their gut can heal. The gut and the immune system are intimately related. Some people say all disease starts in the GI tract. And there's some truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that. Because see, 80% of your immune system, called Peyer's patches, are these lymph nodes. They surround your digestive tract. You think that's just by chance? I mean, God isn't stupid the way He made us. There's a reason for everything. So, and then I do some advanced chiropractic work. If people want to come in, I do cranial release, which is remarkable. It actually works on the cranial nerves, and it's very relaxing. It's amazing. It helps me to get other things right faster. But it, depends on you.
Do you work with people who, like, say they've been in a car accident and they have like a pinched nerve?
Oh, sure. I'll work on people with, any kind of accident. I don't care. I don't really focus on acute problems that much. But then again, if you have an accident, you may have a long-term problem, and you want to either prevent it or eliminate it.
Well, a lot of times what I'm running into is there is a long-term problem because they had an accident and they never could find somebody to help them with it.
Right. Well, unfortunately, a lot of doctors they just treat the symptoms. They'll throw some physical therapy on you, and then they'll do some exercises and things. But they're not doing a differential diagnosis. They're not really figuring out what that particular person needs. I see it all the time. People come in. Oh, nobody ever ran that test before. How do you know? How do you find that out? How come nobody else told me that? I hear this all the time. It's because I do a thorough history. 90% of your diagnosis is in a thorough history, if you know what you're doing. And then I
Yeah.
do a proper exam. I do a neurologic, orthopedic, musculoskeletal, and organ exam. By the time I'm done, I know more about, like I say, than just about anybody knows, because I take the time and do a thorough exam.
And then so it's mainly just taking these supplements and making sure they have the nutrients, right? How many times do they need to come in? Do they come in twice a month?
Well, it depends. Now, some people I only see them once. Now, a lot of times I do like to have at least a few follow-ups. But I've had people come in from out of town, for example. They might fly in on a Friday. I might see them Friday and Sunday. I don't work on Saturdays. And, I see them twice and they go home. But they can always call me. See, I don't charge for a phone call. So they have unlimited telephone follow-ups. Plus, I'll look at lab tests or diagnostic tests for them. I don't charge for that.
That's let's just stop right there, right there. That is unheard of. I mean, that is amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody gives free phone conversations,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's phenomenal.
Yeah. No, because look, see, once you come in or once you're my patient, I'm now your health coach. I want to make sure you get better. Now, I do want something in return. If you go to my website, healtherootcause.com, healtherootcause.com, you'll see hundreds of video testimonials for all kinds of supposedly incurable diseases. These people all got better. I don't care whether it was ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease or Hashimoto's or rheumatoid arthritis. It's because there's about 100 of these darn things. And you'll see they all got better. That's how they repay me for my free telephone consultation.
I love that. So here we got it. Here you have it. If anyone wants to work with Dr. Drucker and let them help you heal, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you feel better, right? When your body physically feels better, right? Your mind thinks clearer and you're able to execute on a higher level all the way around.
Oh, sure. Well, these people are getting brain fog now from either long COVID or, God forbid, from taking some of these dangerous vaccines. Do you know that I actually developed a program? I call it my COVID spike protein protection plan, where we can reverse the ill effects of either COVID itself or, in many cases, the ill effects from like a vaccine reaction. So we're literally detoxifying people from some of those toxins and from this nasty spike protein and its associated toxins, because there's more than one genetically engineered toxin in there, which the scientific world knows about. The media will never tell you. But anyway, and we can reverse it in most cases.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is understanding, because everything starts with the understanding of something. How can you treat what you don't know?
Well, that's one of the problems in our society in general today. We've been dumbed down. We don't have a classical education anymore. I mean, how many people read Moby Dick or even the Bible for that matter? How many people have ever read anything by Albert Einstein or by Isaac Asimov or Sir Isaac Newton or whatever? These people were pretty sharp. I mean, one of my favorite expressions is the reason I've been able to achieve what I have is because I've stood on the shoulders of giants who came before me. You think I came up with this all myself? I'm constantly doing research. I'm looking up PubMed. I'm reading research articles. I'm going to seminars. I'm talking to other doctors and scientists and researchers. I'll be frank with you, 95% of what I do, I stole from somebody else.
Well, not stole. You piggybacked off.
Well, all right, I borrowed it. But look, there have been all these wonderful geniuses throughout history. Wouldn't it pay you to read some of the things that they said?
Absolutely.
I mean, look, I don't care what the field is. I don't care if it's religion. I don't care if it's science. I don't care if it's history. I don't care if it's literature. Don't you? There's so much. There's such a world of knowledge out there. Why don't people take advantage of it? If you take all this classical literature and these classical works out of our education, what's left? Forget it.
Well, what better subject to talk about than yourself, than healing, you know?
Well, that's what I focused on. I mean, listen, I can't fix your car or computer. Forget it. All right. I admit that. I'm all thumbs. But boy, but if you have a health problem, just give me a call. I'm more than happy to help you.
All right, 411. We talked holistic health and with Dr. Drucker, and we're going to continue to talk holistic health with Dr. Drucker. So if you have any questions or concerns or stuff that you would like us to talk about and discuss, leave it in the comments below and we can do future shows on the topics that you would like us to discuss. Dr. Drucker, you got anything to say to your
Well, I just want to say that please, if you have any health problems, don't hesitate. Give me a call, 954-547-0487. If you want to obtain the immune modulators, you can call them 888-671-2873. But go to my website where you'll see a lot of wonderful information. Healtherootcause.com, healtherootcause.com. I have another website called holisticlives.org. That's holisticlives.org. And another one, dynamicmedicine.solutions, dynamicmedicine.solutions. And I'm giving away a tremendous amount of free health information. And like I say, that's part of my purpose in life is to spread the news about health and healing and the immune modulators and how to heal your immune system so that the best doctor in the world takes better care of you.
I love it. There you have it, 411 business guys. Dr. Drucker and the holistic health approach.